Welcome back to Two Attorneys Arguing. I got a problem. And I realize on the internet.
You got a lot of problem.
I know, but here's the problem. On the internet, every time they have all these TV legal issues, like the ones where they do like Matlock and all these things where these things never happen and they're yelling at judges. I got into it because they had like Kathy Bates as the new Matlock.
Yeah.
And she's yelling at this judge and she's not going to do something. I'm not doing it, Your Honor. You can't make me.
Really?
I was going, when in the world would this happen? When does this? And I finally said something and I made the mistake. I said it on the internet. I said, first off,
and
she's going to jail.
Dogpiled.
I said, which moron wrote this scene? Because there is no, do they have an attorney in the building? I mean, they have to. It's Hollywood. There's attorneys in every building.
Just let me guess from the peanut gallery who doesn't do it for a living. Oh, you don't argue with judges? What kind of crappy lawyer are you if you don't argue with judges? He's the kind of lawyer that doesn't end up in jail. That's the kind of lawyer he is, yeah.
Oh, I argue with judges all the time.
The kind that puts his clients ahead of his ego. Yeah, that kind of lawyer.
I argue with judges. You've seen me do it. But I know.
You have to do it in a respectful. Of course, every time you're arguing, that's the whole gig.
But I don't tell the judge I'm not doing it.
Arguing with the other attorney, and then if the judge agrees with the other attorney, then arguing with the judge.
In this scene, she says this. She's halfway through the trial. It's a criminal trial. And she goes, she finds out her client's guilty. Oh, so every criminal defense attorney in the world only represents innocent people? And then she says to the judge, I'm not doing it. You need to let me off this case. And the judge goes, we're halfway through this trial. I can't let you off this case. And no, we don't do this. Yeah. And she goes, well, I'll just tank the case then.
Oh, disbarment.
Exactly. I write this. I'm going.
Yeah, that's you. So you do that in real life?
The first thing.
You can't practice law anymore.
The first question that comes across, and it's not a question, it's a statement. You can't be a lawyer and say that.
Yeah.
Well, I am a lawyer and I'm licensed in 18 states and I've practiced law for 28 years.
I've probably argued for more judges than you've ever even seen.
On TV.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it was the craziest thing. And then I realized I'm fighting.
Yeah, but you're fighting with somebody who has no idea what they're talking about.
And I feel like an idiot. I just watching these
You're like the rocket scientist trying to talk to some guy who has no idea about physics or chemistry.
You know what I think would be great for us? I think we should do episodes where they play us a clip from something that happens on TV, and we go,
that's boring.
No. Why not? Because at least we'd be telling people no, rather than go, that's the way it works. I want to be a lawyer. No, that's not what lawyers do. Lawyers are not filthy by nature. Sometimes they get sometimes they go around things, they do things, but lawyers don't normally commit crimes in courtrooms.
Or say that they're going to tank a case because they think their client is guilty.
And that was Matlock, the new Matlock. I was so disappointed.
Oh, we got a bunch of millennials writing that stuff. There's no way that's anything but millennials.
Maybe
trying to figure out, this is how the justice system should be. Like everyone should be working towards.
Yeah. If you're a producer on Matlock, just bring me on for one show. I'll knock it out for you. It'll be fun. You'll have a good time, and it might be accurate. Just shoot for a little bit of accuracy because people. I was about to say people aren't stupid.
You were about to say that.
I was about to say it.
But something stopped you from saying that. What could that be?
Yes.
What could that possibly be? Your experience with them, maybe?
Ooh, the internet. The internet is loaded. And I'm not saying everything I say is perfect, but I got a better shot at understanding the law than if you didn't go to law school. Yeah. And that sounds like a fair assumption. I mean, like I can promise you this. I'm not going to walk into an operating room and go, let me see how I can do it.
Let me show you. You taking that spleen out? Let me show you how to do that.
Hold on. You should do this. No, I stay away from things that I don't have an education in. But you have a right to an opinion. You do. Not always a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you remember that line? You can't show how stupid you are until you open your mouth. I'm paraphrasing, but
I think the line goes, it's better to remain silent and look a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
That's cute. I like that too.
That's cute. That's the saying.
You think it is?
I know it is.
I guarantee there are 7 different ones.
Well, they all have that same gist.
What you
said is
no. I find out that if somebody doesn't say something to me, if I ask them a question, they go, I don't feel like answering that. I go, I don't know if
I don't know.
I don't know. He could be smart. He could not be. He could be just, trying to get me. Then I feel dumb. Then I'm like, oh.
Man.
All right, let's read what question we got going today. We get these questions every day. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, it's a dog case. Oh, I left my healthy dog at the kennel. Oh, dog's dying. While on vacation. Mid-trip, I got a vague voicemail. Ooh, never. It's not good. Saying he had died. How was that vague? Was it like going,
I thought, yeah.
Hey,
Whoever wrote this question,
your dog?
Your definition of vague, I think, needs to be
I think the word vague is not there.
Yeah. Hey, we're having a problem with your dog. That's vague.
We're having, hey, listen.
Your dog's having issues.
Muffy doesn't look okay.
Yeah.
That would be vague.
Yeah.
Doesn't look okay is vague compared to he did.
Why did they? So they made a point.
The autopsy. They had an autopsy.
Do they
that
do
much
autopsies on dogs?
You can't. They can't stick their finger in a dog's butt and not charge you $500. How much is a dog autopsy?
I can't believe that anyone does them. What were they trying to find out?
I don't. This sounds like a show. This sounds like
obviously
a show.
The guy. Okay, so this person is it a dude? Can you tell by the?
No, let me get there. The autopsy confirmed food poisoning, and my vet says symptoms would have been obvious. The kennel has gone silent. What can I do?
Nothing. You can do nothing.
Okay.
You're SOL.
My feelings. I got feelings.
Even if you could do something, the damage is that a Florida case?
There's a billboard.
Yeah.
It says I get $1 million.
Yeah. How much did you pay for the dog?
I get $1 million.
Even if you win, all you get back is the cost of the dog.
He's going to explain something very simple, and it's very important.
When you lose a dog or a cat or any pet, the law in Florida, the law views that just as property. Chattel is what they call it. So you are only entitled to the purchase price of that animal. So if you had like a really exotic dog and you paid $1,500 for it, sure, you can get that $1,500 back. But there's no such thing as, the dog was my best friend. He slept with me every night. He was my companion.
Sleep.
I need $75,000 for that. It doesn't happen.
I love him.
You get as much for your dog as you would if your moped got kicked over and you had to repair.
Same as a purse.
It sucks, I know. And I'm not anti-dog. I'm just explaining the law. So for the peanut gallery out there who's like, no, I don't hate dogs. I don't like that that's the case that in Florida you can only sue for the purchase price of the animal. I don't like that. But that is the law. And you need to know that before you go spending a bunch of time trying to sue somebody at a kennel for quote, food poisoning. How do you know the dog didn't eat a rat that had just consumed rat poison? How do you know that? You don't.
Don't know.
How much money are you going to spend to try and prove that the food that they served at the kennel was somehow bad? None of the other dogs died, but just yours. So what are you going to call a dog expert, a dog nutritionist?
Could you imagine one of these people showing up? I talked to this psychic who spoke to Muffy from the other side. See, that's a TV crap right there.
Hold on. Would they allow that in court, you think?
No.
But why not?
Because it's not scientifically provable. It's not provable.
Oh, no. An expert is somebody who has specialized knowledge, training, or skill that is not possessed by the jury. So if you can get a judge to buy that this medium, this psychic, has specialized knowledge, training, or skill, that's the standard.
No, you're forgetting the standard. It also has to be scientifically acceptable.
But it is accepted in that community of the other psychics, mediums, and seers.
Nope. Hells no.
I think you're still a little short.
You know who I would think? I know some judges.
I mean, if you're going to sue, if you're going to sue, go all the way.
No.
Try to get the dog psychic in, right? I mean, if we're taking the case, we're going to at least try to get the dog psychic in.
No. You know why I wouldn't do it? Because this judge would go, I ain't trusting these guys on anything. If we try to get that one in.
They would appreciate the ingenuity.
How many?
They would appreciate the ingenuity. These guys are advocates.
This judge would go to his next conference, and we would be the story of the morons who tried to bring in a pet psychic.
His Kaufman and Lynd group over there.
They went full pet psychic on me. No. Have you seen the degrees people? People can get degrees now in college, and here, I'm talking to you. You know exactly who I'm talking to. They make up the title of their degree. Yeah. It's not like an actual thing.
That can't be from a real college.
It's a real college.
Well,
Expensive colleges.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
They'll make it.
Give me an example.
Let's say it's like, I got a Bachelor of Science on white male influence to teenagers in Arkansas. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen these videos where they go, what are you majoring in?
Hold on. The student gets to make up the name of the degree that they get?
I get a bachelor's based on da-da-da.
Okay. Is our tax money being used to?
Yes, federal funds.
Oh, great.
Federal funds.
What a great
I didn't
use
realize
of
how
our
much federal funds colleges were getting. Like billions of dollars.
It's sad.
How about, you know where my money would go? Okay, if it went to like medicine, like I don't mind billions of dollars going to fund, medicine or fund like robotics or stuff that will improve our country or stuff like that.
AI, energy production.
Yeah, things like that. I think we should limit.
Chemistry.
When they come in, we shouldn't go, okay, what would you like funded in? Emotional trauma and rats smoking nicotine. And you go, smoking nicotine? You go, yeah. Weird things like that. I'm going, oh, I don't need to know smoking's bad. Which genius didn't figure this one out? Hold on, let me get this straight. The black stuff I'm putting into my body is bad? And they had commercials that said it was good, but that's
yeah,
silly.
they had the best experts in the world at the time. They were getting on TV and doing commercials saying how great there's no correlation. There's no proof that smoking causes any ill side effects at all.
I guess you can pay for this stuff.
The best doctors in the world at the time.
You know what the big scam is?
We're paid to say that.
You know what the big scam is? Almond milk.
Almond milk?
Almond milk.
I drink almond milk sometimes. Why is that a scam?
Oh, look it up. Not good.
Is it bad for you?
Yeah. Terrible for you.
I mean, I drink more cashew milk than I do almond milk. Is cashew milk bad for you?
You guys are going to argue with me, but look it up. They take the crappiest, the remnants. This is the remnants. This is stuff they couldn't sell. They go, what are we going to make it? It looks white. We can make it look white, and we'll put some sugar in there. We'll put some artificial stuff in it and make it tasty.
Yeah, it's
terrible for you.
Is it? I thought it was so good for you.
Look it up. You should know. You're big. Come on.
Well, yeah, I thought I was doing right by not having cow's milk.
Internet is not your friend. The minute you Google it, you're going to go, oh.
I just don't like the taste of regular
cream
milk.
Or something. But you don't drink coffee, so what do you drink almond milk with? Like your cereal?
Cereal. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only time I ever have milk at all is with cereal.
Why don't you just do like 2% or something?
Yeah, I could do that too.
All right.
How did we get to here? Why are we talking about milk?
I don't know.
What are we talking about? What's the original subject?
Can you remember me getting sued by the almond milk company?
Oh, yeah. We start talking about a dietitian. The dog psychic, that's where we were. That's where we left off.
The dog psychic got me on this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if we'll be back in a few.
I don't even know
if we're going to be back.
This might be the last show.
The almond milk people might put us out of business.